Hello everyone, welcome back to GK Today. This is Nuzhat Sana, and in today's session we'll be doing the current affairs for 31st of August 2024. These are the important keywords that we would be discussing in today's lecture. For example, we'll see the theme of World Water Week 2024. Then we'll see why Mount-Kilimanjaro came into news. Then we'll talk about the National Security Guard body. Then we'll see the location of Sariska-Tiger-Reserve. After that, we would see that which country did Typhoon-Shanshan had hit. After that, we'll talk about the location of Anubha award ceremony. And then we'll see which state has implemented the Ayushman-Jeevan-Raksha-Yojana. These are some of the important things that we would be discussing in today's lecture. Okay. So now, without any further delay, let's start the session. The very first question is, what is the theme of World Water Week 2024? Correct answer here is A option. Actually, the Stockholm International Water Institute organizes the World Water Week annually, and they are doing so since 1991. So the 2024 event will take place from 25th to 29th of August, both online and in person at the Stockholm Waterfront Congress Center. So this year the theme is Bridging Borders, Water for a Peaceful and Sustainable Future, and World Water Week is a leading conference that focuses on the global water issues and brings together a diverse group of people from around the world, including the decision makers, business leaders, city planners, activists and researchers. Okay. So two things are important. This year the World Water Week was celebrated from 25th of August to 29th of August, and this year the theme is Bridging Borders, Water for a Peaceful and Sustainable Future. Talking about the SIWI means Stockholm International Water Institute. When was this body established? It was established in the year 1990. And which award is present annually by them during World Water Week? So they present a Stockholm Water Prize. And in which country is the Stockholm International Water Institute headquartered? So the headquarter of CV lies in Sweden. Okay. The World Water Week is celebrated annually, and primary focus of World Water Week is the global water issues. Means we have to address the global water issues. And talking about the Stockholm Waterfront Congress Center, this center was opened in the year 2010. And if we talk about water sustainability, which United Nations Sustainable Development Goal focuses on ensuring the availability and sustainable management of water? This is SDG 6. And what percentage of Earth's water is fresh water? This is nearly 2.5%. And can you tell me what is the term that is used to describe the efficient use of water resources to minimize the waste? This is the water conservation. Okay. Moving to the next question. Mount Kilimanjaro, recently seen in the news, is located in which country? This mountain lies in country Tanzania. And why it came into news? Because a 5-year-old child, Tegbir Singh from Ropar, Punjab, climbed the Mount Kilimanjaro, which is the highest peak in Africa, right? And he started the trek on 18th of August, and then finally he reached the summit on 23rd of August. Mount Kilimanjaro stands at over 19,340 feet, means around 5,895 meters in Tanzania. And the trek posed different challenges like, for example, low oxygen and altitude sickness, with temperatures dropping to around minus 10 degrees centigrade. Okay. So Tegbir received a mountain climbing certificate from Tanzania National Park, and he matched the world record set by a Serbian boy for summiting Kilimanjaro at the age of 5. Don't forget that Tegbir is now the youngest Asian and Indian to achieve this feat. Okay, so that's why this mountain came into news, and it is the highest peak in Africa. It lies in the country Tanzania. Fine. Now, what are the 3 volcanic cones of the Mount Kilimanjaro? These are the Kibo, Mawenzi and Shira. Okay, and in which ecosystem zones can one trek on Mount Kilimanjaro? These are rainforest, alpine desert and Arctic summit. And who's the first person to reach the summit of Mount Kilimanjaro? This is Hans Meyer. Okay, he is from Germany, and he is the first person to reach Mount Kilimanjaro's summit. Moving to the country Tanzania, what is the capital city of Tanzania? It is known as Dodoma. And which famous wildlife reserve is located in this country Tanzania besides Kilimanjaro? It is the Serengeti National Park. Okay, And which linguistic group is predominantly found in Tanzania? It is the Bantu. Okay. Now here I was talking about the altitude sickness. What is the altitude sickness? Basically, when you reach above 2500 meters, the oxygen level falls and the air pressure reduces. That's why you feel the altitude sickness. So at what altitude do these symptoms occur? So around, it occurs at 8000 feet or 2500 meters. Okay. Now, which organization issues the certificate for summiting Everest? This is Nepal Mountaineering Association, means NMA. Okay. Moving with the next question. Recently, who has been appointed as the new Director General of National Security Guard? The correct answer here is A option, B. Srinivasan. The Appointment Committee of the Union Cabinet has approved the appointment of Senior IPS Officer B. Srinivasan as the new Director General of the National Security Guard. Okay. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi chaired the meeting with Union Home Minister Amit Shah in attendance, and B. Srinivasan has replaced the CRPF Director General Anish Dayal Singh, who temporarily led the NSG, and Srinivasan's term as NSG Director General will last until his retirement on 31st of August 2027. So a 1992 batch IPS officer from the Bihar cadre, Srinivasan, currently directs the Bihar Police Academy. And talking about the NSG, it was established in the year 1986. It is an elite counter-terrorism force which works under the Union Ministry of Home Affairs. Okay? So B. Srinivasan has been appointed as the new Director General of National Security Guard, and he has replaced Mr. Anish Dayal Singh. Talking about the National Security Guard body, when was this body established? It was established in 1986. Under which ministry does the NSG operate? It works under Union Ministry of Home Affairs. And what is the primary function of NSG? Primary function is counter-terrorism. Okay. And if we talk about Mr. B. Srinivasan, B. Srinivasan is from which cadre of IPS? So he belongs to Bihar cadre. And before becoming the NSG Director General, which institute did B. Srinivasan direct? So he heads the Bihar Police Academy. Now moving to the next question. Sariska-Tiger-Reserve recently seen in the news is located in which Indian state? The correct answer here is Rajasthan. Why it came into news? Because Tiger ST2303 has moved from Sariska-Tiger-Reserve to Jhabua Forest in Rewari in the state of Haryana. Okay. So Jhabua Forest is rich in prey like nilgai and wild boar, which provides the tiger with abundant food and dense cover, making the relocation very difficult. So tiger's presence near the villages has raised some concerns about the human-wildlife conflict. Now forest officials are working with Rajasthan authorities to safely return the tiger to the Sariska-Tiger-Reserve, and also the Sariska-Tiger Foundation has requested the Union Environment Minister to ensure the tiger's return to its original habitat, emphasizing the need to protect the wildlife corridors for future tiger migration. Okay, so location of Sariska-Tiger-Reserve is the state of Rajasthan. Now, which wildlife sanctuary in India is famous for white tigers? This is the Bandhavgarh National Park that lies in the state of Karnataka. Okay, and which country has established the first insurance scheme against potential damage caused by the wild elephants? This is the country India. India is the first country to do so. And in which African country is the human-wildlife conflict particularly intense due to frequent elephant invasion? This is the country Zimbabwe. And what is the primary reason for human-wildlife conflict in the rural areas? This is the competition for resources such as food and habitat. Talking about the wildlife corridors, which Indian state has initiated the first official wildlife corridor? This is the state Karnataka. And what major purpose do wildlife corridors serve? So they facilitate the safe movement of animals between the habitat. Fine. Moving to the next question. Typhoon-Shanshan has hit which country recently? This typhoon has recently hit the country Japan. So it has intensified into a very strong storm near the Japan's southwestern coast, and it caused weather agencies to issue the warnings. Tropical cyclones form over warm ocean waters near the equator. Warm, which is basically moist air, rises from the ocean surface, which creates a low pressure area, and the high pressure air moves towards this low pressure zone, leading to more warm air rising. And as the rising air cools, the clouds are formed, creating a spinning type of system of the clouds and wind, and the heat from the ocean intensifies the cyclone, which increases their wind speed. Basically it forms when the wind speeds become very strong. Okay, simply we have to remember that Typhoon-Shanshan has hit the country Japan. Talking about some static facts regarding typhoon or cyclone. What is the minimum sea surface temperature which is required for tropical cyclone formation? It is around 26.5 degrees centigrade, means 79.7 degree Fahrenheit. Okay. Then which scale is used to categorize the intensity of tropical cyclones globally? It is the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale. And what category did Typhoon-Shanshan reach according to the Saffir-Simpson scale? This is the category 4 cyclone. Fine. Coming to the next question. Which country has recently banned 156 fixed dose combination drugs? This is the country India. The Indian government has banned 156 FDC drugs, means fixed dose combination drugs. Okay. So FDC drugs basically combine 2 or more active pharmaceutical ingredients in just one single pill or one capsule or one injection. So they are commonly prescribed for the conditions like TB, diabetes and hypertension to make it easier for the patients by reducing the number of pills they need to take daily. So these banned FDCs were considered as irrational because they do not offer additional therapeutic benefits, and some combinations in these FDCs include ingredients that do not work well together or contain some unnecessary component. Okay, so that's why India has banned 156 fixed dose combination drugs. Now talking about some static facts regarding these FDC drugs. What year did the WHO release its first list of essential fixed dose combination drug? This is the year 2005. Then what is the most common reason that countries ban certain FDC drugs? So main concern is safety and efficacy concerns. Okay. Moving to the next question. Recently, where was the 7th Anubha Awards ceremony held? The correct answer here is D option, New Delhi. The Anubha online platform was launched in March 2015 by the Department of Pension and Pensioners Welfare under the Prime Minister's directions, and it allows the retiring and retired employees to share their significant achievements during their service. So far, 54 Anubhav Awards and 9 jury certificates have been given out, and the 7th Anubhav Award ceremony took place on 28th of August 2024 at Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi. Dr. Jitendra Singh, who is our Minister of State, presented these awards, and basic aim here is to promote good governance and administrative reforms based on the experiences that were shared by retiring central government employees. Okay, so the venue for 7th Anubhav Award ceremony is New Delhi. Talking about the Vigyan Bhavan, when was Vigyan Bhavan inaugurated? So it was inaugurated in the year 1957. For what purpose it was built? So it was built for government conferences. And talking about Department of Pension and Pensioners Welfare, under which ministry does it operate? So it works under Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pension. And what is the primary aim of this body? Primary aim is welfare of pensioners. Okay, and it was established in the year 1985. Talking about the Anubhav Awards, it was first formed in 2015, and who is eligible to receive the Anubhav Award? So these are retiring central government employees. And what is the primary goal of Anubhav Awards? Primary goal or primary aim is to promote good governance. Moving to question number 8. Recently, which state government has launched the Ayushman-Jeevan-Raksha-Yojana to encourage quick help for the road accident victims? This is the state Rajasthan. Rajasthan launched the Ayushman-Jeevan-Raksha-Yojana to encourage quick help for the road accident victims. Under the scheme, people who take accident victims to the hospitals quickly will receive 10,000 rupees and a citation, and to get the reward, individuals must also provide their necessary personal detail. So this scheme is funded by the Dedicated Road Safety Fund, and the goal here is to improve emergency response time and reduce the road accident death. So this initiative shows Rajasthan's commitment to improving the road safety and supporting the accident victims, right? So Rajasthan state government has launched the Ayushman-Jeevan-Raksha-Yojana. Why? To encourage quick help for the road accident victims. Now, which Indian state ranks highest for implementing the road safety measures according to the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways? So the number 1 state regarding this is Tamil Nadu state. Okay, and which international day is dedicated to the road traffic victims? This is the World Day of Remembrance for Road Traffic Victims, which is annually observed on the 3rd Sunday of November month. Okay, and what is the name of the global plan dedicated to road safety from 2021 to 2030? This is the global plan for the Decade of Action for Road Safety 2021 to 2030. Moving to the next question. Recently, how many new greenfield industrial smart cities have been approved under the National Industrial Corridor Development Program? The correct answer is C, option 12. Union Cabinet has approved 12 new industrial greenfield smart cities under the National Industrial Corridor Development Program, and the total investment for these projects is estimated at 28,602 crore rupees. They are expected to create 1 million direct and 3 million indirect jobs. Okay, so the projects will be located in across 10 states along 6 major corridors, and the planned locations include, for example, Khurpiya in the state of Uttarakhand, Gaya in the state of Bihar, Rajpura Patiala in the state of Punjab, Zahirabad in Telangana, Dighi in Maharashtra, Orvakal and Kuparthi in Andhra Pradesh, Palakkad in the state of Kerala, Jodhpur Pali in the state of Rajasthan, and Agra and Prayagraj in the state of UP. Okay, so 12 new greenfield industrial smart cities have been approved under the National Industrial Corridor Development Program. Talking about the National Industrial Corridor Development Program, which Japanese company partnered in the Mumbai-Ahmedabad high-speed rail corridor? This is the JICA. And in which year was the Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor project inaugurated? This is the year 2011. Okay. Talking about the greenfield industrial smart cities, which country inaugurated the world's first 5G greenfield smart city? This is the country South Korea. And the primary ecological benefit of greenfield project is to minimize the environmental impact. Okay, in which Indian state is the Aurangabad Industrial Smart City located? It lies in the state of Maharashtra. Fine. Coming to the last question. Recently, who has been elected as the new chairman of the International Cricket Council, means ICC? This is Mr. J. Shah. J. Shah was elected as the new chairman of International Cricket Council on 27th of August 2024. With this, he will be the youngest ICC chairman, and he has succeeded Greg Barclay because he chose not to seek a third term, and J. Shah will officially start his role on 1st of December 2024. He was the only nominee for the position because elections would only be held if multiple candidates were proposed for the same position, and his election is significant because he aimed to grow the cricket globally, with the sport set to be included in the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics, and he has previously chaired the ICC's Finance and Commercial Affairs Subcommittee. Okay, so J. Shah has been elected as the new chairman of International Cricket Council. When was the International Cricket Council founded? So it was founded in 1909. And which organization is responsible for selecting the host cities for the Olympics? This is the International Olympic Committee, right? And talking about J. Shah, which prominent Indian Cricket Association has J. Shah served as secretary? So he was earlier the secretary for BCCI, means Board of Control for Cricket in India. Okay. Then if we talk about Greg Barclay, from which country he belonged to? So he is from New Zealand. Okay. And in what year was Greg Barclay first elected as ICC chairman? So this is the year 2020. Okay. So these are the most important current affairs for today. And now we'll move to our revision session, in which today the three topics we would be discussing are: the first would be science and technology related current affairs, the second would be summits and conferences, and the third would be some international current affairs. So first of all, let's see some science and technology related MCQs. The first question is: recently which institution has issued a drug safety alert over the use of anti-inflammatory drug, that is Nemoslide? Correct answer here is Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission. Okay. What is Planet 9 recently seen in the news? Planet 9 is a hypothetical planet in the outer region of our solar system. Which Indian institute collaborated on the metabolic engineering of Nothapodites pneumoniana plant cells to enhance the production of anti-cancer drug Camptosin? This is Indian Institutes of Technology Madras and Mandi, means IT Madras and IT Mandi. What is the name of the biosimilar anti-diabetic drug recently launched by Glenmark in the Indian market? This is Lirafit. Recently, which space organization successfully tested a liquid rocket engine made with the help of 3D printing? It is ISRO. Project Strawberry is associated with which field? It is related to artificial intelligence. Mumps disease is a contagious disease caused by which one of the following agent? So this disease is caused by virus. Okay. At second place, we'll be talking about the venues of important summits and conferences, where the first question is: which country will host the 81st IATA Annual General Meeting and World Air Transport Summit in Delhi on 8th to 10th of June 2025? This is the country India. Recently, which institute hosted the webinar on Viksit Bharat Corporate Governance for 2047? This institute is IICA, means Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs. Which city is the host of India Internet Governance Forum 2023? This is New Delhi. Where was the 54th DG level BGB BSF border conference held? This conference took place in Dhaka. Recently, where was the 12th edition of India-Italy Military Cooperation Group meeting held? This meeting took place in New Delhi. Recently, where was the 5th Joint Group of Customs meeting between India and Bhutan held? This meeting took place in Ladakh. And last is, recently which country hosted the 17th Annual International Biocuration Conference? This conference was hosted by our country, India. At last, we'll be talking about some international current affairs, where the first question is, recently which country has signed a $18 million Memorandum of Understanding with the ISRO's commercial arm, New Space India Limited? This is the country, Australia. Recently, Jeremiah Manile has been appointed as the new Prime Minister of which country? Correct answer is Solomon Island. Which country recently revoked biosafety permits for commercial propagation of genetically modified golden rice and BT eggplant? This is the country, Philippines. Recently, India signed the Security of Supplies Arrangement Agreement with which country? Yesterday we have talked about this question, and correct answer here is USA. With this, India is the 18th country to sign it. Okay. Metro Fiala, the guest of honor at the 10th Vibrant Gujarat Global Investor Summit, is the Prime Minister of which country? Correct answer is Czech Republic. Recently, India announced a medical e-visa facility for the citizens of which country? So we have announced the medical e-visa facility for the citizens of Bangladesh. Recently, which two countries have partially joined the Schengen area, which is the ID check free travel zone in Europe? These are the countries Romania and Bulgaria. Okay. So this is all about today's session. And now I am giving you some homework, and the questions would be related to art and culture. Okay. Here you can see 7 questions. Please read each of the questions carefully and try to answer them. I'll be waiting for your answers in the comment section. And now I'm concluding the session, but before concluding, let me tell you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series on GKToday Android application. So if you want the PDF of the lecture, you can subscribe to that course by paying a very nominal fees. So now we'll be meeting on Monday with some more important current affairs, because Sunday is off. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.